Welcome to Hey That's Me, a commentary podcast. I'm Patrick Connor.
I am Brian Lynch. Patrick, is this the podcast where we watch something like a movie or TV show with someone that worked on it, be it an actor or a crew member or producer or the subject of the documentary or the director of the documentary, and they provide commentary for the whole run of the project, and then you can listen to the commentary while watching the project, and you have a new commentary track like for a DVD or Blu-ray?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
That's what we do here.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
And Brian, you're a film writer.
I'm a beloved screenwriter.
Right. You're a comic book author.
Novelist.
Father.
Father, lover.
Oh.
Adventurer.
Yep. Adventure has a name.
Episcopalian.
It's Brian Lynch.
Yes, it's true. Also, love has a name, and it's Brian.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Brian, what am I?
Oh God, I don't know. Pisces?
Nope.
Producer.
Aquarius.
Are you Aquarius? I'm a Gemini Cancer on the cusp.
I'm right on the cusp, yeah.
Oh my God, we're so similar.
I always say Aquarius, and then if someone else says, no, you're not, I say, shut up.
But you're a producer and a beloved internet personality.
Yeah, and they say, why do you like being an Aquarius?
I was trying to move on from this.
I have no idea.
Oh.
Yeah, producer, beloved internet personality, sure, I'll take that. Lover, fighter.
Wonderful host or co-host of Georgia Lucas Talk Show. And you're kind of the main host on this one, and I'm your dumb sidekick.
I like that.
No, you're supposed to say no, Brian. We're
no,
equals.
Brian, you're my smart sidekick.
Okay, I'll take it. That's better.
Okay. Today, Brian, we have a very cool episode that I've really been looking forward to.
This one's nuts.
Also, one of the rare times we record the intro on the same day as we record the episode.
She's on her way.
She's literally on her way right now.
So.
We're watching the documentary, The World According to Sesame Street.
It's so good. It's about the makers of Sesame Street bringing their show to countries all over the world that really need it.
Yes.
That otherwise children have nothing to learn from and no joy for their day.
And it's like you get to just see what goes into making children's television and what goes into making children's television in Kosovo, in Bangladesh, in South Africa, like all of these different places. And how much love and care that show puts into making all of these things everywhere.
That's right. It's interesting because sometimes when you watch about how something is made, you like the product less.
Yeah.
Because it's some of the magic is gone. But these people that work on Sesame Street are amazing people, and it actually makes you adore that show even more. I didn't think that was possible, but it's a really great documentary, really emotional, and it's all about this lady.
Yeah, Nadine Zylstra. She's great. I'm sure we'll talk about this during the record, but when I interned there in college. Mm-hmm. She was my boss's boss. So she was the big cheese when I was around.
Does she have any rules about eye contact?
We'll ask her during the recording, I guess.
That'll be weird.
It's available on DVD. You can watch a version of it if you Google it. I'll put the link in the description. I will also put a link to a Google Drive where you can watch it. Sync it up if you want, or if you just want to listen to it like a podcast. I'm sure this will be a truly very fascinating conversation.
Oh, man, you're writing some checks.
I hope so. All right, we're going to start in
3, 2, 1, go.
1098-765-4321.
1098-765-4321.
We're here with Nadine Zylstra. How are you?
Pretty great, actually.
That's
I'm
great.
kind of excited to watch this again.
When was the last time you saw it?
I did watch it when my daughter was like 6 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Sesame had a screening in so it was a while after it had come out.
Yeah.
And it was pretty fun to see her watching it.
Of course.
Fun, yeah.
What were your years you were there?
I guess I started because I was working on the Takalani Sesame series. Mm-hmm. Like we were on that first team who created the first HIV positive Muppet. So that was amazing. And that would have been like, I guess 2000s.
Okay.
But I officially joined, I want to say in like 2000
because this is 5, I think, right?
This was just like, I had just started this job.
Wow.
Like that, I literally joined in January, and in February the Lindas phoned and said, we're coming with you to your first job.
Wow.
And I remember going to my boss and saying, you're actually going to I just started this job.
Yeah.
Why is there a TV crew following me as I figure this out for the first time? Sure. And she was like, yeah, that's happening. I was like,
were they nervous about that? Like that
Apparently not.
Apparently not,
I mean,
right?
I was nervous. I was
Yes.
like, guys, I don't know what I'm doing. I
Yeah.
just landed in Bangladesh. I have no idea.
I mean, for a company that is very, they like to have their hands on a lot of things and like keep control on a lot of stuff. They've always been really good at doing behind the scenes stuff, more so than Muppets have. I feel like Sesame is like, here's how we make it. You want to know how we make it? Here we go. Here's a picture of Carol next to Big Bird. Here's a bit, whatever.
I think that actually the story of the making of these productions is almost more impactful than the actual show.
Sure.
Like why you're doing it and how you do it is such a big part of the story.
How did you arrive there at Sesame Street?
Well, I'd been on Takalani, one of the directors on Takalani. That's me.
So excited. Maybe the most excited anyone has
I think
ever
we
been.
should change the name of the podcast. Oh God, that's me.
I was a director on Takalani.
Okay.
And had the immense pleasure of directing Kevin Cash because he was training the South African Elmo Neno. And so, an amazing experience, unbelievable. Then I moved to the States and I went to them and I was like, I'm sure you guys should like hire me.
Yeah.
And they're like, no. And I was like, okay. And then this job in Bangladesh came up and honestly, I think nobody else wanted to go to Bangladesh.
Sure.
Wow.
And so they phoned me and I was like, I'll go to Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Like, of course I'll go to Bangladesh. And it was amazing, really amazing experience.
Had you ever been to that part of the world?
Never.
Yeah.
And I remember I landed late at night. So it was all dark. And they put me in this hotel. And I woke up that morning and I opened my curtains. And suddenly I saw this like serious hardcore slum, like a slum I'd never experienced before. And I remember literally jumping on my bed because I was so excited about what we were going to do.
That's so
oh my
cool.
gosh, what a great attitude to have. Wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to change the world. Like, it was amazing.
That's great. There you are. Look at this.
Yeah.
And these were the offices that I interned in, I think, right? This is the Lincoln Center one?
This is downstairs. That's that Pinky Dinky Doo office.
Yeah. And you, at the time, we should just talk about this. You were my boss's boss.
Yes.
Because you were Andrew Moriarty's boss.
I was. Andrew Moriarty, who's now so like
now
fabulous.
running it.
Writing
He's doing
and
so much.
directing
Yes.
and Muppeting.
Yes, it's amazing. But when I got there, I was like, oh my God, it's the lady from the documentary. I was like so excited because I had this DVD and I had seen this movie.
We've got it sound off, but the funniest thing about this doc is hearing my accent.
Yeah.
Because I just arrived from South Africa.
Sure.
So my accent, I sound hardcore South African.
Yeah.
What, when you got to New York, what was like the new thing that you were like, oh my God, how am I going to figure out how to do this? This is so different from South Africa. Like, was there anything
in terms of
New York?
Just life?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like, how am I going to pay my rent?
Sure.
Like, like that was crazy. And this was my first job.
Yeah.
Like, it was my first job in the States. And everything about it was just like an amazing. I got those flowers from IKEA. I remember that.
Fun.
This was my
It's a good IKEA.
Actually, this is cute. So this is that was my funny little office.
Yeah.
And I was right down the road from the domestic production people, but across the street was who was the music producer who was there for so long? He's
Raposo?
No,
okay.
It was, but no, in that same family, Willie,
Paul Rudolph.
well before Paul. Oh my gosh, I'm
like
gonna forget
who
his
was
name.
alive at that point?
Anyway, he was. I'll remember his
Surf?
name. It's of that era.
Yeah.
But he had the office just across the street, across the way, and he would come and drop Sesame lore. Like, I mean, he was like OG, like these are the people in your neighborhood kind of people.
Right.
Like he knew all these stories. And so one of the stories he told me, which I loved, he said he was just reflecting on how times at Sesame had changed, and he was sharing in the OG days. They would write, and then they'd all go downstairs for lunch at that. What was that? That like it's the famous, like it's still there now. But anyway, they'd all go down, have martini lunches, get drunk as skunks, and then come back and like write the rest of the afternoon away.
Sometimes it's easier to write when you're a little
You have
tipsy.
a couple of drinks down.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he tells the story how once they were all downstairs, they had like a couple of martinis down, and he was a total prankster, and they decide they're going to do a renovation so that the place basically becomes unrecognizable. So they move all these couches off the one floor onto another floor. And then they so the people came back from lunch and they're like, what?
Where is
What
that?
happened?
Yeah.
Like, but the idea that they were all such pranksters.
Right.
That's great. I love that. I mean, I feel like you can feel that in those old shows.
Right.
You're like, they're having
Playfulness.
fun. Everyone's having a good time
Except
here.
Bert. Am I right?
Oh boy, what a cranky guy.
So wait, a few things have happened while
Yes.
we've been chatting.
You were in the car with the camera.
I was in the car with the camera. I had this like little Super 8 that my husband had given me, and so I was shooting it all on that Super 8. But Sean Love, who's that other dude who was there, oh my gosh, there's so many stories. Like I want to pause it and tell you things, but okay. So
we got 90 minutes. We're good.
Okay.
They go to Kosovo for a while. We got plenty of time.
Relax, Nadine. But anyway, so Sean Love, he was he and I were like, he was like the business side and I was the creative side. And he had the like onerous task of having to negotiate the contract with the BTV, which becomes a big part of the story over here. But he was awesome, and we're still in touch. Lives in Seattle.
Amazing.
Like, he's great.
This guy's office rules.
Oh my God,
It's
Mustafa.
So cool. Yes.
Oh wow. Do we go to South Africa together in this thing?
I don't remember if they showed
Does the doc go to
that.
South Africa? Oh, that's a good part of the story. Yeah. So Mustafa. So basically, normally when you make a production, the whole crew come to LA, come to New York, and we do like a whole training in New York, show them the set, let them meet the writers, do like a whole writers workshop. It was like a whole thing. Because they were Bangladeshi, they couldn't get visas to go.
I think you talk about that in this. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
do I talk about it?
I think they talk about it.
Briefly, yeah.
So we all went to South Africa. And that was amazing because like the South Africans and the Bangladeshis had so much in common.
Sure.
And I actually think it was quite a profound shift, like not just Americans. And I think part of why I was successful in this role was because I was a South African.
Sure.
So I understood you didn't have to be an American in order to have a good opinion on something. Sure. And so we went to South Africa, and it was pretty cool getting the South Africans and the Bangladeshis to collaborate. But the head writer, do you remember the head? Is the head writer?
I think so. Yeah.
He was officially an alcoholic.
Oh no.
And so in the mornings, we would get so much done. In the afternoons, it was just like a total hot mess.
Cram it all in before noon.
Yeah. Like in Bangladesh, you can actually get an official card that confirms you're an alcoholic.
Oh, wow. Really?
And if you are, you've got access to alcohol.
Wait,
wow.
So it's a membership almost of being...
I mean, basically, it's like a condition.
Sure. Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Crazy.
Like, no, you don't understand. I need to.
I actually need this.
Wow.
That's my picture right there on the card.
But it took us a while
Anonymous.
to realize that glass of water he was drinking was actually vodka, not a glass of water.
So do they come to Sesame and say we want to do a show, or does Sesame say, hey, we don't have anything here?
The journey here, I think it started with USAID because USAID had seen what we had done. I think the main USAID guy who started this all had seen what we did in Kosovo. And I think was like, we could do something amazing. Okay. And at the time, if you remember, this was during the era of the war on terror and,
I remember that.
Like Muslim people just didn't have, like, the relationship between America and the Muslim world was not in a good place. And so I think the idea of exporting Sesame to a Muslim country had all sorts of other meaning that was really powerful.
Yeah.
Sarah was an amazing leader. She stayed overseeing this production until now, I believe, when it just shut down.
How do you look back on this time? Like, is this a big period of your life? Is this like an important time in your life, or is it just like this is another project I worked on?
That's a great question, Patrick.
Thanks so much.
I think this is the best thing I've done in my career.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Like, of all the things I've had the privilege to do, this one, I feel like we made a difference in people's lives, and we made a difference for generations of people. And, you know, when you read the reports on the impact that the show has had over the 20 years since we did it, I'm just profoundly proud.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
How long were you there, all said and done?
I was traveling basically every 6 weeks. And so we figured out that 1 year I was in the air for like 21 days of the year.
Wow.
Because I was going back and forth.
How
so
long
much.
is the flight?
I mean, I think from New York, it was probably, you could fly directly to Dhaka. So that was a win. We didn't have to change midway, but it was probably like 18 hours. Ratan, he was this honest creative genius of the show. Like, this guy, he really just got it. And I think he stayed with the show a long time.
Wow.
Like, if not till right at the end, then certainly far down.
I mean, that's nice. A lot of people stay at Sesame for a long time too.
Yeah.
Because it's a gig that you're like, it's probably, knock on every piece of wood that I own, probably not going anywhere.
Oh God, don't say
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just like,
don't jinx it.
But let's it's like a late night show.
Right.
Also knock on every piece of wood that I
But
own.
Elmo had a late night show and it didn't last.
No. But you know, it'd been around for so long that everyone's like, yeah, I'll do 25 years here. I'll do whatever.
I also think, like, it's not that my observation is it's one thing to feel like the job will be there. It's another thing to feel like your job matters.
Yes.
And like, we got out of bed every day feeling like, man, we are doing an important thing that really makes the world a better place. And that's like incredibly intoxicating.
Sure.
Like once you feel the power of that, like you never want to not do a job like that, you know?
What is your first Sesame memory? Not from working there, but like, when was the first time you found out about Sesame Street? Did it air in South Africa?
Okay, guys, like, that's the joke. So so here I am, like, going off to bring Sesame Street to Bangladesh. What did I know about Sesame?
Wow.
Like, we didn't have Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Like, we did not have, like, I had never watched. In fact, Sesame was banned in South Africa for the longest time because, the Americans didn't want their show in apartheid South Africa.
Yes.
And then after apartheid South Africa, that's when they created Takalani because they wanted, I think SABC wouldn't carry the US version of the show. They wanted the non-US version, wanted to make their own version. Totally understandable. So I didn't know a lot about it, it was kind of amazing to learn about it through the process of this experience and watch it, because they were using all these old libraries of Sesame. Like, that's what we delivered to Bangladesh with these library clips. So you saw, like, old Sesame was your first experience with it.
All this stuff.
Which was pretty amazing.
It's also pretty helpful probably that you weren't beholden to it so rigorously. So like, you weren't gonna be like, no, that's not how it has to, it can't be the way you want to do it. It has to be how it was, because you were new to it as well.
So I don't think if I had been like a passionate Muppet fan myself, I don't know that I would have thrown traditional puppets.
That's right.
Into the version of the show. But as it was, like, I came in and this community had such a deep history of puppetry that, like, how could you not represent that in the show? But I might not have been as bold as to say that.
Right.
Had I grown up on Sesame myself,
Was Joan around a lot when you were there? Because I think she was only there once when I was there. They were dedicating a staircase to her.
She was around a
yeah.
lot, you know.
cool.
She had an office and she was in that office all the time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Maybe they just didn't let us near that.
They probably kept you away from her. Patrick. Yeah.
Specifically, like, he's gonna have too many questions for her. Just keep him away.
You just stay on her stairwell waiting for her.
Yeah. Who were you reporting to?
I reported to Cooper,
Uh-huh.
right? Who at the time was our head of international. All of us did. Me, Basha, Naila, like that. All the producers who were each running those individual shows reported into Cooper, and she was amazing.
Yeah, I don't think I knew her.
Yeah, she was truly like I think about the amazing female bosses I've had the privilege to work under. And my like crew are Cooper, unbelievable. The first boss I had in South Africa, Harriet Gavshon, Suzanne Daniels, and Susan Wojcicki. I'm like, what a incredible.
You're lucky.
Yeah. What a group of women to learn from.
What when you look back on your time there, because all in it was 10, 15 years, something like that.
Yeah.
What is like the highlight outside of this? What is it, because you moved on from international stuff into more of just Sesame proper stuff.
Yeah, so I came in to do Bangladesh, and then Bangladesh morphed then into doing both Bangladesh and the South African version, Gali Gali Sim Sim. And then at a certain point, I had my first child, and I was like, this flying for 21 days a year is like not sustainable. And Sesame, to their credit, really helped me transition into digital. And so the first job I got out of the international stuff was overseeing our digital content, and had the privilege to start our first YouTube channel, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And, because Kevin had seen me directing in South Africa, even during this international time, he had said, we should get that South African girl to do some directing. So I'd been directing on the show throughout my years in international and in digital. And so at some point, Carolyn came to me. She was the EP at the time. And she said, hey, would you want to be the supervising producer? And so there was this really beautiful transition point for me from digital to the main show. And then the way that happened was once I was on the show, then they at the time kind of transmedia was a thing, and they consolidated the digital team and the domestic show. And so then I was back over digital again. Yeah. And then by the time I left, they consolidated international, digital, and domestic. And so it was this really full picture that by the time I left, all my worlds had collided.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I like this opening.
My favorite other story, other than Bangladeshi stories, we were making, it was Hurricane Sandy.
Yeah.
And that, the minute everything went down, we knew there were people going to be impacted all up the eastern seaboard, and we had to do something. And it was so like everyone, it was pre-pandemic, so nobody was used to working virtually, but we were all like, we got to do something. And so we're like, why don't we go and get that old footage of Big Bird losing his nest and re-edit it into an hour-long show and put that out. And, for that to happen, so much had to happen. One, we had to find where the hell were those tapes.
Yeah.
They were off in Long Island somewhere, but
Well, it's the only spot you have space for all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Is ship it out to Ronkonkoma or something. Yeah.
So we but no subway was working because it was sandy.
Yeah.
So some little editor got on her bike and rode out all the way to freaking
She has never come back.
rode all the way, brought the tapes back, had a bit of an accident, it was all a bit dramatic, but we figured it out. We cut we found an edit suite that was not drowned, where we could do it. cut it all together. It was like this crazy thing. PBS were amazing. They were like, we'll put it, PBS normally everything had to be weeks in advance and blah, blah, blah. But they were like, no, we'll do it so we can get it out. Yeah. So we consolidated in this hour-long show, put it up on the thing. Feels so good that we were able to do something. And about like 10 days later, I was touring preschools in order to find a preschool for my son. And I walk into preschool after preschool after preschool, and I see these big signs saying like, what does Hurricane Sandy mean to me? And they list out, like my community matter, blah, 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 blah. And in the top 3 of almost everyone in every preschool was Big Bird losing his nest.
Oh, wow.
And it was this crazy reminder that like
it matters.
We shape the way kids experience their world.
Yeah.
Like we really do.
And that's also crazy because those episodes at that point were 10 to 15 years old.
It didn't matter.
And it didn't matter.
No,
it
because
all
Big
still
Bird
plays.
lost his nest just like those kids lost theirs. And it like made sense for them.
I mean, that's the thing with this show. Like the show now I feel like is so curriculum based and we have our very specific things that we want to get across. But like if you show a kid an episode from the 70s, it's still going to be effective.
I did.
Yeah, it's still going to be effective. And
100%.
like, it's all timeless stuff. And that's amazing.
I remember growing up, I thought Ernie was my best friend, like in before kindergarten, preschool. And then it was such a weird moment when I dropped my kid off at preschool 11 years ago. I haven't picked him up yet, but it said on the thing, who are your parents, who are your friends? Yeah. 2 human friends, and Cookie Monster was his other one. So it's like, it's 40 years difference, and it's still the same
so
thing.
Relatable.
He got mad at Cookie Monster years later.
Why?
Because Cookie Monster ate a cookie that had eyes and was talking, and he's like, that guy had a thing. Go like, why'd he do that, Dad? That guy had a
that
life.
Man had a soul.
Or I don't think he wanted to eat him. They never actually had Cookie Monster devour a living thing. Yeah, he had a falling out for a little bit. Went over to Elmo. Yeah.
Those characters are just incredible.
Who was? I mean, this is an obvious question. Who were your guys?
I mean, Grover.
Grover.
That's
our guy.
Grover. It's my wife's favorite too.
Grover. Yeah. I was sitting in the control room once, and I had the incredible privilege of seeing Frank Oz's Grover.
Me too.
Were you with me?
Okay, I don't know if I was with you.
I'm the only one that didn't.
He was singing a song called Special, and it was, this is when I saw him. It was the last time that Frank has done it up until now. Like he's still, So
was that the same thing? It
probably.
was,
He was in front of an
Patrick.
orange background.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you guys think to call me?
He came in for a few days. They did a Boardwalk Empire parody.
Exactly.
They did
That
a
was
Downton
my
Abbey.
era.
Yeah.
That was my era.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember.
Fist bump in there.
I remember looking at it and thinking, and that, my friend, is why you are Grover.
Yes.
Like, I mean, Jacob's, at least
Eric,
Eric's amazing.
Yeah.
But when you see Frank's,
it's a whole nother story. Yeah.
It's another thing.
Yeah. Those were, I don't even think I was on the clock that day, but I was like, I'm coming in. Sorry.
What is it about Grover? Let's talk about this, because my wife is this, and I've asked her. Yeah. Because she likes Grover. And I want to hear what you guys think. What is it about Grover?
I just think he's the funniest.
Okay.
And I think he's able to be crazy and able to be silly, but he's also, you get those near and far things, and he's like, he is teaching you, but I don't know. He's very loose.
He has this. He's so gentle.
That's what my wife said. He's lovable. Yeah. But he's also the funniest. Yeah. So it's the two. He's got both covered. I
do have a funny story. So obviously flying 21 days of the year, I was in the immigration a lot, and I was at the time, because I just come from South Africa, I was what they call an alien of extraordinary ability.
Wow.
And so, but I was also,
it's a great title for something.
Yeah, I would like to.
That's a good memoir title.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Oh,
yeah. So, but I didn't have my green card yet. So I was also what they call an alien on parole.
Another great title.
Yeah. So it meant that every time I came or went, I had to go and get like a special stamp in this like special room, which was like the room you do not want to be in immigration.
Right.
Anyway, but I was in and out of that room so much that once this dude was like, "Girl, what are you doing? Like, you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out. Like, what are you up to?"
They should have an eye on you.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like something where you're like,
Something's fishy.
we're going to watch her.
So I was like, "Well, I'm starting Sesame Street in Bangladesh." And he's like, "No, you are not." And it happened that I had Grover in the bag.
Oh, my God.
Because we were on our way to
Yeah.
do a puppeteering workshop. And so I was like, "Yes, I am doing Sesame in Bangladesh and I have Grover in the bag." And he was like, "You do not have Grover in the bag." I was like, "Yes, I do have Grover in the bag." And so I pull Grover out. Now, of course, credit to Eric, I would never put my hand in Grover. But I held him up.
Right.
And I was like, "Yeah, I have Grover in the bag." And from then on, every time I walked into that room, she's like, "Oh, it's the Sesame
Oh,
Street
that's great.
girl.
Oh, that's
she's
amazing.
back. Oh,
That's
she's back."
amazing.
On a similar note, who is the most popular Muppet internationally, would you say? Like in all the countries, who is the most recurring?
I mean, it's a good question because I think the answer is probably a little bit different based on like the business objectives of the country.
Okay.
Like the one that all the, like if you're setting up merch and you're trying to like build a business,
Right.
then it's Elmo all day because that's where you're going to go. But the one that people seem to, in the internationals, they really loved the big full body puppets. And so, Big Bird he's everything, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, the stories of, because every Muppet had to have their like walk around character. And man, those things, the most expensive thing. It was like,
Oh, I'm sure.
blew our budgets every time deciding what to do there. But also because it was the anchor of the ensemble, so much went into like, what was it going to be?
Right.
How is it going to do? The one in India, we had this unbelievable, what was he even? I think he was, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting. But all these pink feathers and like these, I think it was an elephant.
Okay.
Must have been. Oh, I can't remember. That's embarrassing. Cut that out.
That's
Thank you.
We have him on next week, hopefully.
We'll bring him up. Let's look him up. I'll try to Google while you're
Yeah,
talking.
what?
Is there a Muppet that was like very popular in America, but no other country got him? Like no, we don't get.
Yeah,
Telly.
actually, there is. Who were the ones that were like a bit more edgy?
Okay.
That like
Oscar?
Oscar, weirdly, it's true that
Okay.
like Germans had Oscar.
Okay,
Shocking.
sure. That makes sure.
That tracks. Boomba was his name, the Indian guy.
Huh.
What was he inspired by? Boombah. I can't remember.
Oh, this guy right here.
Yeah, look,
Here he is.
he's so fabulous. He was amazing.
That's cool.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how Muppet Wiki describes him as Boomba.
He was a lion.
Boomba is a full-bodied vegetarian lion.
Sure.
And I think that's very funny.
He's not gonna eat
in
the other
Golly Golly-
Muppets.
He's in Golly Golly Simpson.
But the character in Bangladesh, who is the one who truly, I would say, changed the most kids' experience,
Yeah.
was Chumki. So Chumki was this little girl, like school-going girl, and the actress who played her was just so good. But that character, just seeing a girl who goes to school, it's like such a simple thing, but had such an unbelievable impact.
So are they building the puppets in New York and then shipping them?
Yeah.
Wow. That's expensive.
Yeah, it was. Especially because shipping them was a beast.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that like...
Especially if it's Boomba. You know, like Boomba's Boomba's a big guy.
they were in those huge
Yeah.
boxes. I remember like in Bangladesh, there was just like basic things you couldn't get. And our little rollies had these like wheels, the rollies that the puppets scooch around on the floor.
Yes.
And they had these three, the ones in the US could go in whatever direction you needed to go in. And so they were great. But in Bangladesh, they couldn't find wheels that could go in any direction. You only had wheels that could go one way or go another
Oh
way.
my God.
And so these freaking wheels, I had to figure out how to carry the wheels to get them in time
Right.
so that they could So like all these little things.
Yeah, you wouldn't even think that
that
was an
you
issue.
wouldn't
That's the
Right.
last
Yeah.
thing that would go
Yeah.
into my brain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you was there anything that you wanted to get onto some of these shows that you were like, why don't you guys want to do this? This is important. This would be good. Listen to me.
There was definitely in India, I remember us having a conversation about representation of Dalits, of the caste system. And that felt so important to be able to make space for that conversation. And it was just like no-go area.
Wow.
Like the minute we opened the conversation, it got very intense.
Wow.
In a way that surprised me. And it reminded me a little of what happened similarly when we were in South Africa, because I was in the room, obviously, when we talked about creating the first HIV positive Muppet. And I remember everyone, it was just before lunch, and everyone was like, no, you can't have an HIV positive Muppet. Like,
Yeah.
that's too much. And then we broke for lunch, and I remember over lunch everyone just talking about, like, if we can't help kids connect with
Who's going to?
real people who are, if we can't show what it should be,
Yeah.
then how on earth is anyone gonna get over like at the time in South Africa, people wouldn't hold your hand if you were HIV positive. Like, one kind of forgets how bad some of that stuff was.
Right.
And so I remember us coming back after lunch, and one incredibly brave, she was the animation producer actually, and she was amazing, like inspiring, creative person. And I remember her standing up and saying, we got to do it. And the whole room just being like, she's right.
Yeah.
The same day that it was suggested usually takes a while. That's great. Wow,
That's
that's
really
really
nice.
cool.
How was that selling that to Sesame proper? Was that something that you thought you were going to...
I was a director on the South
Yeah.
African show, so I wasn't like in the weeds. I would guess they had been talking about it. Like that
It feels like a thing where you're like, this is
Yeah.
going to come up at some point.
I
Yeah.
would guess they had already been paving the way.
Yeah.
And we just, were kind of coming to it on our own time.
I watched you gave a talk at Google, and it's on YouTube, and I watched it last night. And there's a man who's really concerned because you didn't make a Muppet with diabetes.
Not yet.
And as a diabetic, I'm also like, why did that not happen? But he asked you multiple times.
It is a good question.
It is a great question.
Did I have a good answer?
You were like, I don't know. We just haven't thought about it
Not
yet,
yet.
I guess. I just thought it was funny where I was like, this guy really wants this diabetic Muppet.
Actually, that was my first ever visit to the Google
yeah.
campus.
Yeah.
And I was like, got on those weird little bikes riding around. I was like, I want to work here.
Yeah. Did you see, did Nelson Mandela ever come to?
Nelson, at the time the show came out for us, Nelson was running the country.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't remember us, I don't think we were, no.
Yeah,
I guess
okay.
there's not.
Great.
Not that I know of.
What do you miss about South Africa?
I mean, so much, actually.
Yeah.
I really do. My husband and I, we just bought a house in Cape Town, actually.
Oh, wow.
Because I think it's like, what an incredible country. And actually, just last week I went to, it was Tech Week in LA, and they had a Gen AI in Africa forum. And there was this amazing guy, and he was just talking about AI in Africa. And it reminded me of everything why South Africans are incredible, because they have such a deep history, and they think about how to combine historic ancient things with new technology. So this guy was talking about how, South Africa is the cradle of mankind, and have the original fossils of the first humans ever made come from South Africa. And he was talking about how to use all of that in the way they train their AI.
Oh, wow.
And how to take take data that's just like ancient, tribal, traditional data and put it in a new contemporary tool like AI. And, only the South Africans would have the interdisciplinary way of
thinking about it in that way. That's
sense.
fascinating.
Yeah, yeah.
And you also love long flights.
Apparently.
So it makes sense.
Apparently.
What was it? I mean, we're going to see it later when people come to the offices in New York, but were you showing people around New York when they would come to visit, or was it like, what were those trips like?
Okay, so they did get to. No, that was the team from India.
Yeah, they come in.
Is it India that comes in?
Yes.
But I think you're
during
there,
a snowstorm.
right?
It would.
Yeah. And like the prime minister's there.
Yeah.
Or whatever her title is.
She was not the prime minister. Yeah, it was something.
Yeah. A very important person comes in.
She was very serious.
That was the woman who we had to get her to
You had
sign
to get her,
yes.
And she finally was like, this will be a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. I was nervous then.
Well, she gets out of the car and you think she's going to slip on the ice and the snow.
Yes.
And they get the long black thing for her to walk on.
Yeah, that was crazy.
She was scary.
Actually.
Yeah.
So when they came for the I think it depended on what they were coming for. If the team was coming for their New York workshop kind of thing, it was a very creative session, and that was like team building, and you are showing them around. I remember with the team from India, we literally rented a bus and like went down through New York City, and because you bond through all of that, and that just it makes the show better. But I think in the time it happened with the Bangladeshi one, it was less team building-y. It was more like we got to get this dang deal signed.
Gotcha.
We better figure out how to make that happen.
Was there an added element of stress because the documentary crew and when that lady came? Like,
well, this is the thing. When they told me they were going to film me doing this, like I thought to myself, that just can't be good. Like, there's going to be things that we don't want to show. But the workshop were really open. Like, they really felt confident in their process to make it, make it. So I don't remember there being much that we cut. There was, I think we did cut this because we thought it didn't represent the Bangladeshis in the best light. But we had been working on the show, and I kept phoning Ratan and saying, how are we doing? He's like, it's going well. Then they'd had like these big floods, which I think they put in the doc, these big floods. And I was like, is everything fine? He's like, well, it's okay, but like, it's good. Yeah, it's fine. And I was like, okay, great. I'll be there on Saturday. Nadine, that's fine. And I should have at the time been like, why did he say Nadine?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I arrive. There is nothing. We're supposed to shoot on the Monday. There is nothing.
Oh no.
Nothing in the set.
Ugh.
At all. And the amazing set designer, who was truly a brilliant man, was just at his wit's end. He had nothing. None of the sets he had made he had like maybe the beginning of the banyan tree, but like half of everything like wasn't there.
Oh my God.
And I remember going to Ratan and saying, "What the hell?
Yeah,
what happened?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, Nadine, it's Bangladeshi time, la da da." And I was like, "Okay, time out. I come from Africa. I know this Africa time BS. Like, that's just BS, dude. Like, you have not delivered.
Sure.
That's the bottom line.
Sure.
And what are you going to do about it?" And so we had like 5 days or something.
Wow.
In fact, we couldn't shoot in that space because obviously it wasn't ready. And so I was like, well, where are you going to shoot?
Mm-hmm.
We need a plan B because your space is not ready. So they moved us to some like temporary studio, and we just did standing.
Oh, wow.
So the first things we shot for Sesame were not the
They're like insert stuff or whatever.
It
Yeah.
was just insert stuff.
Wow.
Because we were like, that set's not ready.
Yeah.
But like I think it is just a reminder of like pulling these productions is a massive deal.
Yeah.
It's really not as easy as it seems.
And that was all filmed and not used? Oh, man.
I mean, that's
the director's cut.
fascinating.
Yeah,
Yeah. What goes into designing and building the set? Like, beyond obviously making them do it, you know?
I mean,
how do you decide like this is what represents all of Bangladesh?
Oh.
I guess is the question.
It was so cool. So the designer who they had his name up earlier, now I've forgotten it, but the designer was a really incredible person. And I remember us it was at the South Africa workshop, and we said, what do we want our street to represent? Like, what are the things that are key to Bangladeshi life that we have to represent? And very quickly, this idea that people center around a banyan tree, that the banyan tree is the center of community in Bangladesh, like that very quickly came out. And so we said the tree had to be at our center. And then similarly, I remember when we were making Gali Gali Sim Sim, it was the same kind of process that everyone was like, well, obviously a gully, which is like a small street, is a very critical part of being of life in India. So ours has to be a gully.
Sure.
And so people seem to like very quickly connect with what their street needed to represent.
Yeah.
And then once you've got that thing at the center, then you can just build, you know, then we knew we needed a house for this character and a house for that category, you know, like all then you could just kind of layer it on.
Yeah. We're seeing all of our friends on the street a second ago.
Guys, I look so young. I look
I mean,
like I'm 12. I've still got
ago.
acne. I've still got acne in the thing. Hey, that's me.
Still you.
With acne.
Still you.
Is there anything you think you would have done differently now versus then?
Chose better shoes.
Oh, stop.
I mean, actually, I love those shoes.
Do you still have those shoes?
No, because
no.
my house burned down in the Palisades.
Oh, I'm sorry to bring that up. I'm sorry.
no. That's why Brian brought it up.
I know. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I wanted the shoes.
I'm sure this was the story of us trying to get, because we couldn't get the visas. So
Yes.
this is us having to go to South Africa. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Which really was amazing.
I mean, you look
actually.
so happy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
genuine. It's nice.
And I feel like we got to like experience a non-American version of what Sesame could be.
Yeah.
And Zikwe, that's the South African character Zikwe, who those creative teams were amazing. And Sapati, I think, who you'll see now, she was the kind of creative heart of the South African one. And I remember her kind of just saying to the Bangladeshis, do what you want to do. Like, don't do what you have to, you think the Americans want you to do. Like, make the show that you want to make. That's Neo. He was one of the directors. He's awesome. There you can see she's the music producer, Sue. Yeah. And you can see the pages up there. It's on those pages that we were busy writing our street and our, you know.
You also looked so excited in that shot too. You were like clapping, you're happy, you're I mean, I think that's one of the nice things about these co-productions is they don't feel cookie cutter.
No,
And I remember they used to show Plaza Sesamo, which was the Mexican one.
Yes.
They used to show that all the time here.
The green Big Bird, correct?
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
cool.
And it didn't feel like Sesame Street. It felt like
No,
something
it
different.
was its own
and I
thing.
think that was great.
Totally.
When you guys are training puppeteers, are they puppeteers by nature? Are they actors? Are they like...
How did we find these ones?
Yeah.
So I mean, in the case of both Bangladesh and India, nobody had any history with Muppets at all. So you were going to have to teach them Muppeteering from scratch. I think most of the time we just were looking for actors. And then, I mean, Marty Robinson, and it was actually, we had a bit of like a troika going, me, Marty, and Annie. And she was the head writer, obviously, teaching everyone how to write. He was head Muppeteer, and then me. And the three of us traveled to Bangladesh, traveled to India, and we had like a really good thing going. Like like we knew how to work with each other. And so we did this really cool thing in Bangladesh where Annie was upstairs with the writers, teaching them writing basics. Marty was downstairs in the studio teaching them puppeteering basics. And then we did this cool thing where the writers wrote scripts that then the Muppets downstairs
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
were practicing.
That's cool.
And yeah, that was actually a cool like process. Halum.
I love him.
Yeah.
There's
he was spectacular. Now this guy.
Yeah, I do really want to quickly say there's a Boomba fact that Ed Christie, they just showed Ed Christie on screen. And there's a line in the Muppet Wiki that says he has a particular passion for Bhangra, Indian folk music. Ed Christie has mentioned that Boomba does rap.
Oh.
And I like that a lot. I read that earlier and I was like, we're going to sit on that till Ed shows up. But okay,
God.
sorry.
Ed Christie is the best.
Yeah.
I mean,
He knows which characters rap and which don't. And that is important.
And also, like, he kind of had like a no BS way of making sure the brand was protected, but that we created characters that made sense. And he just, I mean, I actually haven't been in touch with him recently, but he is a
he'd been there for
genius
he interned
guy.
on the Muppet movie. Like he had
Wow.
been there for 25 years at this point, which is amazing. I cut you off.
And I think it was cool that we made it one of our leads in anything Muppet like that. Like especially to be the girl character who we wanted other girls to relate to. There was a lot of discussion about not making her. Do you see how the banyan is at the center of the set? About not making our girl character into a monster.
Sure.
Because we wanted other girls to see themselves
That's great.
in her, you know?
When you're creating those characters, are you like trying to avoid saying this is a Prairie Dawn type, this is a
Grover.
Betty Lou type, this is a Grover type? Or is it like, I mean, he's just like Grover. We might as well say he's like Grover.
Well, we didn't really have to because they didn't know.
Yeah,
Right,
that's true. Yeah.
Those references didn't really mean anything to them. So, I mean, also bear in mind, this is literally us coming up with what's at the center, or like we must have been doing something like that. But, you know, the other thing is because they were using library, you also didn't want to duplicate the characters because it wasn't that the show wasn't going to have Cookie Monster. They were going to dub Cookie Monster using the library. So we didn't need a Cookie Monster on set, you know.
Since you ran digital for a while, this is a question I've had for a while. There's a lot of episodes from the 70s, 80s, whatever, that are just, you can't watch them. Why is that? Let us watch them.
I mean,
Go back. Tell them to let us watch them.
I'm sure it's
There's a few that are just
issue.
like, yeah,
I'm sure it's a clearance
I
issue.
guess so.
Music.
Because
Yeah.
some of the music clearances.
But even just the street stuff, you're like, I don't know, put it out there.
I mean, I would guess it is not from a philosophy perspective.
Yeah.
I would guess it's literally just comes down to, do you have the rights to release it? You know,
There was also a time when Ernie would ad lib really
bad stuff.
specific, like political things that they kept in at the time. I was like, that's weird. That's never seen again.
He's endorsing Dukakis? Okay, weird. Yeah.
Were there any characters from any of the other productions that wound up in the American version? That like the tiger or...
Well, we had a vision once to bring all of the. Oh my
I
god!
love
There's
that.
Mustafa pretending to be Nelson. It's so good. I think he does a dance now.
That's great.
That's so good. Oh, that's amazing. We had a vision that we would like do it like a international, like our international cousins came to visit.
Oh, sure.
Like Avengers
episode.
Endgame, like they all come.
yeah,
That's
like
great.
Yeah,
crossover, yeah.
basically. And I feel like they may even have actually done it post me going.
Right.
Like we had this big vision for it. But I don't think we did it while I was there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like the tiger would be a big hit in America.
Oh my
He's
god,
so
don't
cute.
you?
Yeah.
Halum? Yeah.
Where would you have wanted to go do one of these?
Patrick, great question.
Thank you so
Very
much.
good
I
question.
think you're going to pop a grape in my mouth.
I mean, I think the power of the show is connecting people in ways that they didn't think they could be connected. And so I think the answer to that changes depending on what's happening in the world and why.
Sure.
Right now, I wish Sesame Street was in America,
Good call. Yeah.
actually helping solve
Yeah.
some of the lack of trust and understanding we have.
Yeah.
And how cool would that be?
I mean, also
Our
this
own
this
show
doc
worked for
too.
us. Yeah.
If more people saw this doc, I think it would change a lot of minds.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I wonder about that actually.
Yeah, because it's sort of hard to find this.
Yeah, the
you can like
DVD.
get it on DVD, and it's like streaming through a university's website,
Is that it?
and I think that's it.
Should we go around in a little wagon like they do at the end of the movie and with Sesame Street, and we'll
Pass
just show it to
around
people?
everyone. Yeah.
No, that was cool.
It was so cool.
That was
to pull up on a
cool.
street and be like, "Here's Sesame Street" to
Yeah,
kids. That
yeah.
it was beautiful.
That'd be mind blowing.
Yep.
If you were a child and it was the first time you'd be like, what
Seeing
is this?
a Sesame Street book in the 70s
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
thrilling. I
Yeah.
can't imagine what that would be like.
Yeah.
I mean, just those live action films. Like, imagine in America today actually seeing live action films of different parts of America that made us all feel connected.
Yeah.
Like, that
Yeah.
would be really, really powerful.
Yeah.
How do your kids feel about mom knowing the Muppets and knowing Sesame Street?
It's funny actually. Like I have by some blessing kind of managed to ride my kids' cool factor
Cool.
wave.
Yeah.
So when I was at Sesame, my kids were like obviously born, and then like I think like 6 or in that Sesame demo when we wrote this the last year I was there, we made the show into a half hour. And we had like this very cool numbers song, letters song, and it was like a great Bill Sherman crushed it, like really great track. And I remember testing it on my kids, and they were like, "This is the best song ever!" No. So I had kids at the age, I was at Sesame at the age where Sesame was cool for them.
Yeah.
And then I left Sesame, went to YouTube, and was at YouTube at the age when my kids thought YouTube was
the
cool.
coolest
Right.
thing. Yeah.
And now I'm at Pinterest, and I'm at Pinterest at a time
Yeah.
that my kids think Pinterest is
That's
cool.
cool.
And so I've kind of managed to ride their, I
That's
guess
very
I
cool.
wonder where I'm going next.
Yeah, how old will they be? Yeah, I gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
What do you miss about New York now that you're here?
Ooh.
This is just me asking what you miss about places.
I love it.
What you miss.
Trying to get her to cry.
I love it. I mean, I really miss the subway.
Sure.
I miss like just subways just connect people in this really great way, and
Yeah.
you're just like seeing people and experiencing their version of the day. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there
So-
last week. We're gonna have a very Sesame heavy few months on this show because I did the 50th special with Ryan Dillon, which was great,
That must have been fun.
and I did the 25th special with Dick Maitland.
Oh, how is Dick?
He's great. He was great.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
awesome. I just sat with him for an hour and was like, just tell me everything. Like what?
He's got
everything.
good stories.
Yeah, he was great.
I mean, when we took the Bangladeshis upstairs to Dick's studio so they could see how he did all the Foley.
Dick's the sound effects man and Foley artist for people listening.
And I mean, wow. Everyone was like, what? Like, how do you do the footsteps?
Yes.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's fascinating. Well, people will be able to hear it in a few weeks when it comes out.
I was doing cool stuff too that week, so whatever. Who cares?
What were you doing that
It's
week?
just homework and helping my kid with the school stuff.
Writing a bunch.
Yeah, right.
There's Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Carol, did Carol, or you guys are in New York now, I guess?
No, so this is actually in Japan, I think.
Did Carol
This
go with
is
you? Or?
Carol did train the character in Japan, the Big Bird in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
That Japanese production seems to be actually doing great. Like I think
great.
they're really doing good things there.
When it got switched to a half an hour, was that budget reasons, or what was the thinking behind that?
So we were. This is a bit technical, so like go with me on this.
Sure.
But basically, your rating is made up of how many or how big your audience is over the course of a day. And if you only get seen once in the day, you are naturally limited in how big that audience can be. And so the fact that we were one big hour-long chunk just put us at a kind of ratings disadvantage.
Huh.
And so the initial thinking was, if you had, rather than having one big hour-long chunk, if you had 2 half-hour, and PBS also were having a hard time positioning us in their schedule, because we were like a huge big chunk.
Sure.
Whereas if you could have 2 half-hour chunks, they could put us in many different places, and then we would just more people would see us.
Yeah.
Which would not only in the case of Sesame, it's not only that you wanted your ratings because you wanted ratings, but the higher your ratings are, the more people are seeing it. The more people are seeing it, the more impactful your production is. And so if we were in 2 half-hour chunks, we just had a better chance of being seen more and performing better.
I guess also at a certain point, that second half hour was mostly Elmo's World or Elmo the Musical
Abby's
or whatever.
School, Abby's.
What do we have? The hour-long chain had Street Story, and then the Elmo's World was the last 15, and then there was like a Cookies Crummy Pictures one of those ones somewhere in the middle.
Remember when Murray came in for a while?
I love Murray.
No, Word on the
love Murray.
Street.
I love Murray.
loved Word on the
Ovahita?
Street.
That's my kids.
Ovahita.
That's my kids.
I love Ovahita.
Oh my gosh.
There's probably the Grover that you brought with you.
Guys, this was when we were upstairs, the writers were writing, and downstairs the puppets were puppeteering, and then we made them come down and actually perform so he became became the little fox.
Oh yeah.
And he was such a shy guy, but the minute you put that puppet on, we know that's
the dream.
Old Chestnut. Yeah.
Marty's great. Marty, I met when I was a kid. I came to the set when I was a kid, and he's
You're
the one.
so connected with Sesame Street.
I really am, and he's the one who put me in touch with the internship person, and that's how I got my gig there. Yeah. Talk about Marty a little bit, because this was like a big part of his career there. He was telly, he was snuffy, he was slimy. Like he was the first Audrey.
Those
2.
are Muppets for people that don't. Okay, great.
But he was Audrey 2 in the Little Shop Broadway. That like he's like the guy who started all these things. But a big part of it was he would travel.
He was a really doing these things is not easy.
Yeah.
Like you land in a foreign country, you don't have any of the infrastructure, you're like sitting on the floor in a dusty room eating different food, like not everyone who we were working with could roll that way. And Marty, not only could he roll that way, but he loved it. Like he really connected with people. He was excited to be there, and I think he's just an amazing mentor. Like he could see someone's potential and then just help them nurture it. And Annie too. I think all of us working on it felt a calling in the work. Juice, that was his name. Guys, so do you see this thing?
Yes.
So this was when that's what was happening. It's all in his house, but it is not on the set.
Oh, wow.
It was there was like nothing on the set. It was not pretty.
Just seeing how their workshops look very similar to workshops here, like the puppet workshops. You're like, everyone's doing the same thing.
Although they made the props out of paper, which was what was really amazing about it.
There's the flooding.
Yeah. Those floods were crazy.
You had a very eventful few months.
Oh my God.
Because we're not even at the other stuff yet.
The political stuff.
Yes, we're not even there yet.
That stuff got gnarly.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, the Bangladeshis were, and to their credit, the floods did make it much harder to be able to execute.
So are you there are you here at this point?
We came this was when I phoned them and I was like, how's it going? And he's like, no, we're fine. It's going to be okay. And then when I arrived, I was like, no, guys, it's not okay. What was your question?
You asked if she was there with the
floods.
Were
you there when the floods, I think. So that's the end. You
answered it. You were saying it was eventful. There were a lot happened.
Yes.
It is very true. A lot happened.
It's crazy.
But honestly, the Bangladeshis are the best.
Mm-hmm.
Like every problem they'll just find a solution for. They're like, no one's gonna, there's no like theatrics that so and so is screaming at so and so. Like they were all just like, okay, well, that's a problem. I guess we have to work through the night to fix that problem.
I mean, it's kind of the ideal version of doing something like this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where it's like everyone's
in it together.
So invested.
Yeah. This Jewish was truly a genius. He was a real creative powerhouse. I mean, there were a couple of people in the show. He was a creative powerhouse. The other guy who was the guy who did the live action, Alejandra. So those are the boxes that I had to travel.
So exciting. They're so happy when this.
Oh, it's so joyous. Yeah.
Oh, Simon.
How long would the workshops take to get them all up to speed?
Well, we were there. I want to say we would go for like a week, and Marty had like, oh my gosh, come on!
They're so happy.
It's.
I mean, I get it.
Well, they've been waiting.
If someone handed you one, you'd be psyched.
Hello. I mean, they are beautiful.
He would blend so well with the Muppets, like the current Sesame Street cast. I love him so much.
They are so beautiful. I mean, the Henson workshop, like they do unbelievable work. Like, so now it looks like that was all there. That was not there. In an attempt to stay on schedule, the casting through in an unfinished set. Yeah,
the nicest way possible to say it.
That was a week later. That whole banyan was made out of paper. Do you see that? It's amazing.
Look, if my country had just flooded, I would maybe not build everything out of paper.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Yeah, I guess. Did you see? What did they say? Can you do it without a monitor? Annie. It's actually wonderful to watch it sound off because it kind of tells you a whole. I remember being on set the first day, and it was the first time I was shooting in a set in India, in this part of the world. And I remember looking up and seeing all these people in the rafters because that's how all the lights were being controlled. And I was like, oh, okay. Hi, everyone up here.
What customs did you have to learn? Was there anything that they were like, don't wear this or don't act this way?
Like I think, oh my gosh.
A light may catch on fire.
So crazy.
With the paper,
there goes the paper.
With the paper tree.
Oh.
That's fine in a set made entirely of paper. That's good.
Oh my gosh. I think being South African prepared me for working in Bangladesh, and I knew enough from having worked in South Africa to know if someone invites you to a cup of tea, you say yes to the cup of tea, and you sit as long as you need to in order to, be respectful. And so I think a lot of those just core things of, that you learn in being in another country were very true here. I think being a woman was probably difficult, like I'm sure it would have been easier probably had I been a man.
Sure.
But easier for them too, probably. We probably would have gotten stuff approved quicker or, but I never, nobody ever made that my problem.
Yeah.
To their credit.
There's there's a book that came out like 2 years ago that's a good addition to this, the Muppets in Moscow book. That's
I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's interesting, but it feels like a sort of part 2 to this documentary because it's about this woman trying to get it made in Russia, and it's also very fascinating.
Who was it? It was
I'll find out. Hang on one second.
Yeah, it was Ginger, I want to say, who did it in Russia. Yeah, every single leaf being handmade.
Nope.
Natasha wrote it, wasn't it? Yeah,
Natasha
Lance Rogoff.
I do feel like I know that name.
Yeah.
She probably made it up, Patrick.
Yeah.
Whole story.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's good. People should read it.
I mean, that set was so beautiful.
It really is.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And just getting everyone used to like working with props and all the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow.
I just love the moment where it was the day where they met their friend. They met the Muppets. They got to be like, they've been waiting for it.
I mean, the Lindas were also amazing, actually. So the two directors who made it, they were both called Linda, so we called them the Lindas. And they really like had such a vision for what the show could be, and just kind of stuck with it, you know. There's Frank, who was at the workshop until just recently. Basha's been, I think she's doing a lot in sustainability. She wrote a book recently.
How long did it take you to trust the Lindas? Not that you wouldn't trust them, but like it is a big leap of faith for you to be like, I'm a child and like you're going to be following me everywhere, you know?
Yeah. I mean, although they did a very good job of just, I do remember being kind of cranky at some points because I was like, I'm just trying to do my job here, guys. Get out of my way.
Yeah.
Which I'm so sad now that I did that, because they really did an amazing job, and I'm so thankful.
But you never know. In the
that
moment,
we have
you don't know.
the history recorded. But yeah, pretty early. Like once Cooper told me I didn't really have a choice. I was like, okay, well, here we go. I guess
you always hear about reality show like subjects forgetting about the cameras. Did that ever happen with you, or are you very aware the whole time?
I mean, by the end, I think we were so busy with putting on a show that we kind of, you know, we did forget about them, actually. Yeah, we did. And the cameraman was wonderful. I'm forgetting what his name is, but we obviously knew him as much as we knew the Lindas, and so yeah, they were great.
When you're directing the show, how is it hard directing puppets? First of all, do you speak to the puppets or the puppeteers as the puppets, or do you speak to them as Eric and Carol and whatever? Or are you like, Big Bird, just move a little bit to the left? Like, what is your style when it comes to that?
So I do remember the very first day I directed. So I was this like, you know, new director from South Africa, didn't know anyone, arrive on set, and I was shooting a stand-up piece, standing set piece. But it had Oscar, it had Grangetta, and Fran was in it. I can't remember who she was playing. But anyway, so I was like so kind of naive. I go to the Muppets screen room before, and I'm like, okay, just want to talk to you all about the piece we're going to do. And they're all like, oh, what are you doing?
We've been here 40 years, so we know what we're doing.
And why are you in my dressing room?
Yeah.
But I was like, I was excited, like wrangling everybody. It's going to be so great. Anyway, and then we shot the piece, and it was great. But to your question, as many years as I directed the show, still, if I'm with a Muppet, I'm talking to the puppet.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's funny that it never goes away.
Yeah, never goes away. And then you're like, Grover, la la la, and then 2 minutes later, then you'll talk to Eric. But when we're in it, then you know it's only the puppet that you can really see.
And it sounds like you got a little crush on Grover. I'm just gonna say it. It sounds like you're always bringing up Grover. It's always the guy.
Let's think. Who? I mean, honestly, all of those Muppets were amazing.
Yeah.
Like, we did have a lot of fun because I was in that Murray era, and Matt, Joey, myself, Autumn, like we were. It was so fun. Like you would be on the streets doing such great stuff.
It seemed like everyone, we didn't shoot a lot when I was there, but it seemed like whenever we were, everyone was like to be there. Sure. We did the stuff in the lobby with the window frames. Like I was there for that.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That
but it was like
office.
Everyone was on set that day, and everyone was like, "Oh, you're here," and it was, so it's just like, so it's a nice place to be.
I think they shoot quite a bit in that that small street stage now. But the first thing we shot there was the Call Me Maybe spoof.
Yeah, that was right after I left.
What was the joke? Call Me Maybe.
So do you remember the song?
Oh yeah, I just met
Call
you.
Me Maybe?
Yeah.
And it was the first, like, you know, we hadn't gone viral on YouTube at that point. That was the first piece we did that went like viral on YouTube. And it was OG days of YouTube, so that, you know, like if you hit 6 views, they would always, or 2011, it was like a silly number. If you hit that within a short space of time, then they'd stop counting till the next day.
Yeah.
And so if you hit that number quickly, you kind of knew you were going viral because you're like, shoot, we already made it to that.
Yeah.
And so we put out this Call Me Maybe, which was like basically the first time that the Sesame staff was in a thing. It was like the Call Me Maybe set in the Sesame offices with Sesame people.
Right.
And so I think people were just enchanted that it was like the behind the scenes.
Sure.
It was like 2 months after I left, and I was so mad.
You can just put yourself in it.
Like, yeah, there's Rachel, there's
Edit
Andrew,
yourself into it now.
Yeah, it's like,
but and it was pretty good. Like
Yeah,
we
it's
had
fun.
a spoof of
is it Share Me? Maybe is that what it is?
yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's Cookie Monster.
And so, but anyway, so I remember we hit this 11 count or 22 or 6. I can't remember exactly what the number was. Super fast, and we were like, okay, it's happening. And then later that day, I can't remember who phoned me. They were like, Nadine, we're going viral in the playgrounds. I was like, what? And so because we didn't really know, because the count had stopped.
Yeah.
But somebody was on set with their kids at the playground, and all the kids were looking at their parents' phones, looking at the Call Me Maybe and Share It Maybe, and they were like, "We're going viral on the playground."
That's amazing.
And it did, like, it hit 7 million like within a day. It was crazy.
I mean, it's very rare that at Sesame Street the count stops.
Right.
Usually that guy keeps going.
I get it. That was
You
great,
can't get him
Patrick.
to stop.
Oh, we walked right into that.
I was sitting on it for like 2 minutes. I was like, just wait till they're
Patrick,
done.
what would the numbers have been if you were in it? Up, lower, or higher?
Oh, much lower.
Much lower.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so
much
sad
lower.
that
They
you
don't want
think
to see
that.
me there.
Oh, I don't want to hear that.
Were you hearing about the Kosovo stuff while you were like? Is this at the same time, or is this
all
okay?
all the Kosovo stuff was happening at the same time as our Bangladeshi stuff, and the same time as some of that South Africa stuff was.
It feels
happening.
very overwhelming to be doing that many shows at the same time for Sesame,
I mean,
because obviously it's different staffs and stuff, but
we had a lot
Yeah.
because we also had Sesamstraat, we had
Sure.
Sesamstrasse, we had like all those. I mean, at some point, I feel like there were like 35 going.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
it's also wild they just give away the address. That feels like something I wouldn't do.
There's Joan. But those new offices, I
Very
remember
nice.
when we opened them, it was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's me with a
Yeah.
meeting with Joan.
Is this intimidating, or are you just like this is a lady?
No, she was just
Yeah.
a fabulous mentor,
Yeah.
and I remember her being very excited about particularly the traditional puppetry pieces.
She's like 98 now or something
Yeah.
like that. Like, it's amazing.
That's her office, correct?
That's her
That
office.
has as much Sesame Street stuff as yours does here, Patrick.
I had that Big Bird's Big Book. I
Good
had
for
that
you.
growing up. It
Right.
was like this tall. It was huge.
Are there toys of
Sesame Street.
no of the other
of the other characters.
the different
I think
countries?
I think most of the ones that they would make would have to be in countries where they had like a business. I don't
Where kids
think.
could afford toys.
Yeah, I don't remember in Bangladesh if they did. I mean, by the time we finished, surely they did
Sure.
because that was like 20 something years.
So you're saying I could eBay the tiger if I wanted to?
I
could
mean,
probably
imagine.
Find it. Okay, good.
Probably.
I'm going to.
I actually have no idea though.
Yeah.
That'd be a
Like-
fun collection to start that I'm going to piss my wife off with right now. And getting all the foreign language.
We
Sesame
did
Street
make
things.
those green watch I'm wearing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That was a Sisimpur watch.
Oh wow.
And,
cool.
And I'm trying to see. It had like we made them for the crew, for the team. They were cute actually. Those Muppets, oh my gosh! So I can't remember what's in the show and what's not, but those traditional puppets, we had the same problem, that it was the night before and the puppets hadn't. Oh, that is
You go
here.
to his workshop and you see it. Yeah. Well, tell us about winning awards for Sesame Street. Because Sesame Street gets a lot of awards, which is cool. And then you're like, oh, now good people are getting awards because they're working on a good show. Right. You know what I mean?
Well, it is interesting that, like, I feel like now having not been, having been on the other side, like when you win the award and you're at Sesame, you're like, you know how much work goes into it. And so it feels so validating that the work gets seen and appreciated. I truly believe every award is well earned, and the team does amazing work. When you're sitting on the other side and you're like, wait, best series went again.
Yeah, John Oliver gets it again. Yeah.
You're like, come on, guys! Like, did you watch how much went into our show we made? But I remember the last Emmy I accepted on behalf of Sesame was that one for when we made the half-hour show. And I remember saying, like, this, like, you could say of many years that it was the same show. This was not the same show. Like, we really worked hard to reimagine. We had a new set. Like, there were so many amazing things we did on that last season. I think that was season 45. But it was amazing.
Is it scary to go up on stage and do that? Or are you fine with it?
No, yeah.
You're fine with it?
Yeah.
That's great.
That part, that's the easy part.
It just feels like it's probably intimidating a little bit, but
I had on my wall in my office, I remember we would have these pieces of paper for each segment we were working on, and then you'd spend hours moving things around and deciding what order every episode was going to go in.
That's fun.
It's great. Oh my God, guys, look at my old OG phone.
I know.
That was hilarious. That was my first smartphone. It was a hand-me-down from my husband.
That's
Nokia.
It's amazing it would work there.
Right. Where?
In Bangladesh.
I
know
guess.
What I mean? Like,
I guess.
Even at the most stressed times, you're very happy in this. Is that because of the cameras, or are you a very happy person?
I am a pretty optimistic person.
Because you've been scowling this whole time.
But also it didn't really... I mean, I got pretty serious with that. Like as my my current colleagues can attest, they say it's like a iron's fist in a velvet glove.
Okay.
That you're like, when things get serious,
you got to get serious.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. But like in these situations, nothing was getting better if I was screaming.
That's true.
You're like...
This scene is very funny, though, just because you're coming in and you're like, we have to take these.
Yeah, we're taking
we need
these.
them right now.
Yeah. And I think he did not want to give them to me. These are coming with us right now.
Put his arms on. Put his arms on.
Put his arms.
Or he's the first Muppet without arms.
There you go. Yeah.
It's fine.
Do you see me? Look with my checking my watch, saying yes, these are coming.
And the back rub is very much a like sorry.
Yeah, I know.
This is happening.
Because I think they sent me. I think Ratan said to me, "Listen, you're going to have to go get them because he's not giving them away."
What did he do? Was he a puppet builder before this? Like,
yes, he was
what's
like
this guy's deal?
was like the Jim Henson of Bangladesh. Wow. Like he
And
had
this shot is so cool.
Yeah,
Isn't that beautiful?
So cool. Oh my God, Chandan, poor Chandan, 1 a.m. Which honestly is actually not that crazy.
Yeah.
So it took us till 1 a.m.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, this documentary is great because it's just fun watching people learn things.
Yeah.
And like learn how to do this. And there's a little serious right there.
I believe you curse in this scene.
Oh.
Yeah, you do.
Who,
I mean,
who am I shouting at?
I forget, but you do say, and my kid was watching with me yesterday, like, I thought this was Sesame Street. Like, I'm like, it's about the making of it. You don't say anything too bad, but you do.
Who am I upset with?
I forget.
Because we couldn't get permission?
I don't remember. This might be it here too. You're not happy there.
Right when we say you're
I know,
always
right?
happy,
You're always
that's-
happy.
All this things changed.
I wish I could remember. I think this is us not being able to get permission.
Is it visas? Is it visa stuff?
No,
it's,
so-
it's getting it.
It's
the-
getting
on
Getting
the
it
air.
on the air.
Yeah.
Is that what it
And
is?
you know, one of the big problems was like you didn't get on the air if you didn't pay a bribe,
Oh wow,
and we were not prepared to pay a bribe.
good for you.
No,
And-
did people prep you on that, or was that just
I think we learned
something you
that
learned in
as
the
we-
moment?
I think we learned that as we went.
Yeah.
But there was a certain point at which they were like, or we could pay a bribe or something,
Sure.
you know, like with that like shake of a head, like, or we could, and
Yeah.
me and look at Sean, Sean's so stressed.
Oh, he's very serious. Yeah.
And we were like, we're not paying a bribe. Like
Yeah.
that's
Even
not,
look at the puppet. Look how sad she is. There.
yeah, she
was
got a
very-
bag on her head.
Do you think you would have gotten to a point where you're like,
I'd
yeah,
pay the bribe.
we're just gonna pay it?
Yeah, you
I
want
mean,
your show
you
in the air.
just couldn't.
Yeah,
Like you just couldn't.
because that sets a precedent, or
no, and we were paying with USAID money.
yeah, oh
Like,
sure,
like
sure.
it's just unacceptable. Like
Yeah.
you just couldn't.
yeah,
Now this was crazy. So there we are, and suddenly there's this attack, and we were all in our hotel rooms, and I remember my husband phoning and saying, "Get out of
Yeah.
freaking Bangladesh!
Yeah.
What are you doing?" But you couldn't. But then we at some point we were like, we've got to go and rehearse, or we had to go for a meeting.
Yeah.
And so I remember some car came to get me, and I was like, we hid underneath so that nobody could see us driving because you weren't supposed to be
Be out.
driving.
Yeah.
But I remember us like being sneaky and trying to get wherever we had to get to.
Are you scared in that moment? Are you like, this feels like a movie? Like, what is the vibe in that car?
I mean, I definitely feel like, again, my South African experience, it didn't feel like so crazy. You know,
Yeah.
I'd been in whatever South African toys enough to know that like I'm not at risk.
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
If I make good choices and don't get in the dang car.
Look at this. Wow.
Which of course
But this
I did.
footage is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, was hectic.
And they're like, yeah. I don't know. It's stuff like this that always, I get very impressed with people who make documentaries.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I wouldn't be there.
Right.
I would have.
But it's also people like
Right.
this that need Sesame
no.
Street.
Yes, of course.
So
Yeah.
it's pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Oh, that's what we were doing. We were just sitting in the hotel room
Yeah.
waiting to, and then I think that was at some point that I must have been going to go see Sarah. And me and Sean
Yeah.
sitting there. Oh my gosh. I'm going to send this to Sean again.
I love it. How
Is there a
long
digital version?
there's like a streaming thing that you can watch through a college's website. I'll send it to you. I also might try to rip this DVD to make it a digital file because I feel like more people should
People
see
need
it.
to see it. Yeah.
Yeah. How long do you think you were basically stuck in this hotel?
I think it was like 3 days.
That's not nothing.
Like they used to they used to measure how serious the event was by how it was a 3-day hotel, it was a 5-day hotel. Like how serious it was kind of depended on how many days of hotel you had. But so the problem was, right, that there was a meeting we needed to have, and then we couldn't have the meeting because of this dang thing, because of the hotel, and
Yeah.
that's why she ended up coming to New York.
Yes.
That little hotel, though, I loved that hotel.
It's a nice
Like,
room.
I went there every time. That was like every time where you would go, and so by the end you knew people.
I mean, it's crazy coming this late in the documentary because it's almost done.
Yep.
And it's like, this is like
The drama.
that's the
the
big
scariest
ending,
thing.
the
And you're
big
just like,
third-
is this going
third
to
act.
happen?
Yeah.
And then it
Don't spoil it, Patrick.
Spoiler, you pull it together. But
Yeah. I did also see just in the back of my shot there that I was traveling with my speaker. So I had,
Oh, yeah.
I had my little iPod in there.
At this point, are you saying to yourself, this show might not happen. This might be it.
Yeah.
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 And are
this-
you
And also,
furious?
I'm watching rough cuts because
Yeah.
we're getting the shots in, and then there was some stuff like this, like there were
This
things
is
that,
funny.
You love this.
Yeah,
there
yeah,
were
yeah.
things
Makes you
that
happy.
were good. This was shot because the set wasn't ready.
Oh,
So
sure.
that was the standing set.
I mean, it's very funny.
it's very
Yeah.
good.
It's yeah.
The other thing that's interesting is eventually it happened so that oh, it's so great. No, I'm getting weepy. Oh,
If you could cry right now, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
it was pretty amazing.
I mean, it would have been so frustrating had it just gone away.
I know.
You put in so much time, like all of that
Imagine.
flight time, all of that, like.
Are you trying to get her to cry right
I
now?
am.
I
I'm
mean,
really working on
what would have happened if we hadn't been able to get it on the air?
Yeah.
I mean, what would have happened? I wonder.
I would assume the tiger would have moved to Sesame Street. You don't lose a talent like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh my God, the Royal Park. It was a 3-day hotel.
I mean, it is also something like now with the internet being what it is, you wonder if you would need to get it on.
That's
the
what
air.
I was
Oh,
just
yeah.
thinking.
You know,
like we
like-
would have just put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have messed around.
Yeah.
Could that be Sesame Street's future in general, do you think? It's just
I mean,
the internet?
I do think that we were so excited because we got the thing. I do think digital
Yeah.
makes this content available to everybody, and so the nature of public media does change. You
Yeah.
know, like your access to information's different. Like,
And so many
YouTube
kids
is
watch
like,
YouTube.
I mean, more
Yeah.
kids
Yeah.
watch their iPad than a TV, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He's so serious all the
Sean
time.
was nervous here.
Sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
She does not give you a reaction when you show her.
At
Yeah, it's so
all.
frustrating.
Yeah.
At
And
all.
the gentleman next to her is really enjoying it and keeps looking at her and she's stone faced.
Good.
Do you think that's just her vibe?
Yeah, she did not give any reaction to
Yeah.
anything. But that's the guy from USAID.
The bald tall guy? Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I think all of it would have been.
She's so poker faced.
Yeah, she's like
She's
not
getting a
doing it.
live Sesame Street and she is not appreciating it.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you just watching her this whole time?
I'm sure I was.
Yeah.
Like
Him?
Like him.
Yeah.
I've forgotten his name. He was wonderful, actually. And there was Mustafa. Do you see that she had like a throne and
Yeah.
everybody
Oh,
like that
that's
was
funny.
the
I
whole
didn't even notice
thing.
that.
Yeah. The minister gave no commitment. Yeah.
Is that RC Cola?
Yeah.
That's so
This is
funny.
the best when she gets to
Oh
get
my
out of the car.
gosh. So then we convince her to come again.
And no one's allowed to shake her hand or like you have to learn
Yeah.
about what to do. Oh, it's great.
Oh yeah, the Sesame
the
offices.
worst day.
They're right next to ASCAP.
Yeah, they are in the
Yeah.
same building.
Yeah.
In the same building.
Day and night. She's there all the time. She sleeps on her office floor. She's a good employee.
But you're so joyous comparatively to the lady you're about to deal with.
That's serious. But now I'm in my new office.
Yeah.
Do you see? I shifted
Oh, yeah.
offices.
Do you have souvenirs in your office right now from this time?
No, I
Oh.
wish I did, but they all burnt down.
Oh, why do I keep doing that? Patrick, give her some
Were you
Sesame Street stuff.
able to get replacement awards?
So it's actually such a cute story. So I had by the time
Not that awards are everything, but it's just
Well,
I'm
yeah, they
interested
are,
in
though.
that kind of
I
thing.
think I have 15 or something.
Me too.
And
Same.
once when I was moving, we had this box and I was putting it in the garage and the movers were like, "What is in that box?" And I was like, "Oh, that's my awards." And so we did this photo where all of the movers were like holding
great.
Great.
and Emmy. Oh my God, do you see my smart outfit with the neck scarf? Oh my God, I look like an air hostess. Oh my God, what is going on, guys?
It'd be great if there's a throne at this table too.
Yeah, that
Oh, that's
was-
so cool. I hope she kept that. That would have been exciting.
That's
for her.
cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then obviously the Emmys burnt down,
Yeah.
and then this friend of mine arrived at my house to just to give condolences, whatever, and I had forgotten that I had given her one of my Emmys.
Oh wow.
And
Wow.
said to her, keep this just for good luck, like it's just sitting in the garage anyway.
Yeah.
And so now I have one Emmy.
That's great.
And you're like, all I need is one.
That's great.
So
That's good.
it's perfect.
Yeah.
That's what I say. I only need one. Just
Yeah.
please one.
You only need one.
This is
and it
amazing.
was a Sesame Street one.
Oh,
that's
that's
great.
That's really nice. It's so funny.
They have that ready
Oh my
for her.
God.
I mean,
so
this is the
good.
worst. This is the worst thing in New York.
Yeah.
Are these puddles and like the day after it
The day
snows,
after. Day of. It's
Yes,
beautiful.
Yes, and then when it gets
Lord.
brown and slushy, and you're like, oh, this is
So
terrible.
bad. So bad.
I remember before I moved, it was sort of one of the moments when I'm like, it's time to go.
Uh-huh.
Too much slush, too much brown. Like, time to get out of here.
That was serious.
Look at Grover, gigantic.
Very serious there.
Yeah. Look
Just-
at it. Everyone dead hopeful.
Yeah.
Sean.
The moment when you find out that it is happening, inside, is it just like, oh, thank God. Like, great. We don't need to worry about this anymore.
I mean, I remember being nervous, but having like a deep feeling like, who says no?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like everything. But there was a minute, there was like a censorship minute where we had some of our live action films had girls doing something or another. And I remember they were like, no, you've got to cut that. And so that was tough. I remember like that. Oh, this was why it was so hard, guys. Because Nayantara. Yeah. Because Asudo Zaman Nur was Nayantara was affiliated with him, and they were affiliated with the opposition party.
Yes.
That's why it was so freaking hard.
Yes.
And if you combine that along with the lack of bribe situation, it made it. That's why.
Well,
it
makes things make sense,
difficult.
Right.
where you're like, oh, okay, now I understand.
Like if we had not had Nayantara, I think it would have been much easier. But they were the best guys for the job.
Yeah.
Like
Sure.
they really, and we really looked. I'd be happy if I can work with you. Yes. Yes.
How great would it have been if they misread the situation and just threw her in the air, like the lady? Yeah. Like, thank you. But just passing her around the room. It's amazing. I love this where they pull up with the show.
So great. Well, and those experiences when you would be there and they'd pull up the cart so that kids could watch. People were in trees and like it was amazing.
It feels like Sesame Street.
Yeah.
it does.
You know?
Yeah. It does really.
She's back.
Oh, she's back. Oh yeah, just me on a plane. Back again. I got such good outfits in Bangladesh.
Yeah. Also frequent flyer miles.
Yeah,
When's the last time you were in Bangladesh?
I haven't been since this. Or
You could do a
since I
sequel.
left.
Sequel
Since I
follow-up.
left.
Do you want to do a sequel where you try to pitch our podcast to Bangladesh? I think that'd be fun.
They can have 50
They could have
bucks, someone
Bangladesh
could do it.
versions of you and I.
Yeah.
The tiger's not doing anything.
gonna
I'll
say,
be the tiger.
Yeah.
I would love to go back, actually. I'm in touch with Sarah and Ratan and Al Haider. Haider he was working out of Canada for a while. And so I saw him.
Where have you not been that you want to go? Either for work or just for fun.
Ooh. I really have not spent enough time in South America. Like Guatemala or Peru or there's so many places still to go to. I mean, look how happy everyone is.
And this show lasted a while.
Oh my God.
How many years?
Long time.
20 something years.
Yeah.
And then the research that shows the impact the show had. What a thing.
Yeah.
What a thing.
It's also feel like their street feels more populated than Sesame Street usually does.
Right.
There's a lot of people in the background. There's
Right.
usually Sesame you get 3 puppets, 2
we
humans.
worked really
whatever.
hard at that, by the way.
Yeah.
We try to fix that. This is also, you can tell that we had just started. If you did it now, those puppets would be, the puppeteering would be even better.
Yeah.
But we were still at the beginning of the journey.
That's great. Look at them.
Yeah, it's amazing. What a thing to have been part of, man.
And it's great that this exists. That you can just go watch this and be like, I remember that guy. He was nice. I remember that. That was fun. I remember,
I mean, literally, after having watched it now, I kind of want to go back and watch it again because I'm like, why? Wait,
What
I
did I
forgot
say?
all of those.
Let me hear the sound this
Why was
time.
I crying?
The one downside to this DVD, no subtitles. So we've been trying. That's why it's been a little hard
Kinda
to
guessing
remember
what is being said.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, this aired on. I think they showed it on PBS.
Yes.
It went to Sundance. Did you go to Sundance with it?
Sundance was super fun.
Let's hear about it.
So we it was the premiered at Sundance, and I remember the audience just being packed, everyone laughing at the right time, crying at the right time, and all of us together, like all of the what do we used to call ourselves, international producers, I guess. All of us, just Basha and Nyla and Cooper and the Lindas, everyone, like we really did do something together, which was pretty great.
Had you ever been to Sundance before?
No, that was the first time I went. Yeah.
What did you do while you were there? Do you remember anything?
I mean, just watch movies. Just watch movies, as one does.
Sure.
Go to a few parties, I guess.
Yeah. I was there 2 years ago, and I went skiing. That was like the big thing. And I got COVID.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Thank you, Thelma Premiere Party, the June Squibb movie.
Is that what got you the
Definitely got it from, it was me and Malia Obama were there.
No.
She gave it to you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
She
You're not pointing
I don't
fingers,
know.
but there it is. Here's the cart with the TV.
Cart.
I love it. We should do this with our podcast.
This cart looks like the cart on set that they keep the puppets in.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
With the drawings all on the side, like.
Highest rated children's program in Bangladesh. That is true.
Yeah. I mean, children's entertainment is so important. It's so. Look at this. Like, these kids, they wouldn't be able to see stuff like this otherwise. And
Yeah. Also, it wasn't just that it was a kids show. It's like that a kids show that people really like put so much thought into the messages and the takeaways and like I definitely think people are thoughtful in how they make kids content today, but this is next level.
Yes, of course.
Sesame does, and like Sesame defined a whole genre of kids television, and so proud to have been part of that.
Yeah. I'll also say this, that I don't know how long Henry watched Sesame Street, but while he watched it, I watched it, and it changes the adult that's watching it with their kids for the years that they watch it. You're nicer and you're happier. The alphabet easier, but no, it's like it's a really wonderful show. And I'll also say this: it's a funny show. Like it's still funny. Yeah. For me, for Henry, it's great. Thank you for doing what you did.
Because I really feel thankful to have been part of it.
I was talking to Patrick when I said thank you. So awkward.
My year and a half of interning. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Did such a good job.
Yeah, you were a great intern.
I did fine.
You were a great intern.
Where's Patrick's documentary?
Bring it on, guys. Trying to remember the big thing we did. We worked on the Old School Volume 3, the DVDs. That came out.
Yeah,
solid.
The best volume.
Thank you so much. Train came, the band Train.
I remember
wow.
Train.
They sang a song called Five By, and it was them and the Count.
Yeah, I remember that.
But being there for Frank's last time, I think I was there for Jerry Nelson's last time.
Oh, wow.
It was like a time before a lot of changeover at that show, and it was.
Were either of you there for Common when Common rapped about being angry?
Yes, I was.
It's so good. I love it so much. How about That's the Number of the Day? That song. That's the
one I was talking
That's the one
about.
you're talking where you tested it on your kids.
Yeah.
Oh that's my kid when they would show up for preschool would sing it when he saw his friends. They'd all sing. What's the number? Oh my God, it was great.
That was
it's
a good
great
song.
Great song.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, we nailed that.
No, it was awesome. It was perfect.
What is the thing that you think you nailed the most on Sesame proper? Because as this wraps up,
I mean, I think the new set is exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so hard to imagine what a new set could feel like that would be new but also be nostalgic, and so we redesigned the set, we redesigned the show open, we shaped the new structure of the half hour. I mean, that was an amazing thing to have to have driven, and really proud of it. Yeah.
Thank you for doing this.
Oh, thank you.
This is amazing. Thank you.
Yeah,
so
that
much.
was like just like a walk down memory lane.
good.
I
That's
really
the goal.
enjoyed
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
See, Brian, I told you that was going to be good.
That was maybe the best time I ever had. We haven't recorded yet. She's on her way. We're just doing this part before she gets here.
You got to start lying to people.
I'm
man.
not a liar. I'm an honest human being, especially after watching a Sesame Street documentary. Why would I lie? That whole thing is about being like nice and honest and truthful.
Who's your favorite like C-tier Sesame Street character?
Oh boy. Why do you do this? Why do you do this to me?
I'll even give you B-tier.
I can't. Franklin.
Yeah, Roosevelt Franklin.
Franklin. Letter D. Who's yours?
Mr. Johnson.
Is he? He's not C.
He's B.
Yeah, he's B.
I like Mr. Johnson.
He should be more famous.
Well, they got that toy coming out.
I know, that's pretty exciting.
That's very exciting.
They should send us one.
NECA, if you're listening.
NECA, we'll do free commercials for your damn Sesame Street toys if you send it to us.
NECA, my count is on back order. Please give it to me.
NECA, I have too many counts. They sent me 2 because I bought 2 by accident.
Those toys are great.
They're the best. NECA is great.
Yeah.
NECA, send me some toys.
My shelf's covered in NECA.
It really is.
It really is.
NECA and like some kind of ooze. What
Yeah.
is that?
It's spit, mostly.
God, that's awful.
Brian, what do you got to plug? It's January 29th.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, my live show called the Steven Spielberg Chat Fest is gonna play at Falcon Crest Keypad.
You're just saying words at this point. What's Falcon Crest Keypad?
Dynasty typewriter.
But what's-
Dynasty and Falcon Crest were both
my
80s
God.
soap operas.
Oh my God. That's insane.
I did it real quick.
Yeah, you did.
No, just go get stuff I've worked on. Find me on Instagram. I'm probably pitching it or telling you to go buy it or asking you nicely. Movie called Big Helium Dog that I made in the 90s. It's now out on Blu-ray and packed with extra features. 6th Grade Superstar, which is a book I wrote and drew for all ages. It's, I think, a really funny book about growing up. You can get Monster Motors on Amazon, which is a comic book I wrote and Nick Roach drew and Lynn O'Grady colored, and it's fantastic. I don't know. I'll probably have something new.
Angel.
Angel. I don't know if it's still in print anymore.
Probably find them.
People still... I've gotten a couple through my P.O. box to sign Angel comics, and it's so interesting what people hold on to. Bill and Ted's Most Triumphant Return. I wrote a 6-issue series for Boom that people seem to like still. They sent me a couple of those.
You got a bunch of stuff you can't even talk about.
Ninja Turtles.
There's so many things you can't talk about.
I can't, but this year,
There'll be
in July, Minions 3 is coming out. And I think by this time, by the time this goes up, the name of it will be released.
Wait, can we do a commentary that comes out the week the movie comes out?
Yeah, I don't know how I'd get a copy of the movie, though.
I'm sure you'll get a copy of the movie.
I wonder if I could. Yeah, I can ask. You probably have to go to Illumination.
That'd be fun
to do it. Yeah.
Try to get someone else.
All your favorite Minions are in it. Briefly.
And new ones, maybe.
New ones that you'll love.
Old ones that you hate.
There's no old ones that people hate.
Are there any old Minions?
No, not really. I was just watching the first Minions because it was on FX this weekend.
FX has the movies.
Yes, and the Minions actually make fun of an old man in it by acting old at one point. And I was like, oh, that would be funny if there was if they're elderly. But the thing is, they don't really age.
Do they have lifespans?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't want to answer for the other people working on the movies, but
Yeah.
it seems like Bob is a little kid in the 60s and also a little kid now.
Yeah.
So I think they come out cooked, and whatever they come out as, they stay.
Forever.
Yeah. They do learn and change.
At
but-
some point, are we going to have a Minion overpopulation problem?
Yeah. I don't really know because they don't make more of them, it seems like.
That feels like the plot. Number 4.
The Ride is that. The Ride
Yes,
turning
yes, yes,
people
yes.
into minions. That's the first Minion thing I ever worked on, except for a couple jokes in the first movie.
A fun
I
plot is someone's making minions and they can't figure out who.
Well, that's almost the plot of the second one with someone's making evil minions.
I didn't see the second one.
Well, I can't help that. You got to go see it. It's good. It's maybe the best Despicable Me movie.
Oh, the second Despicable Me movie, not the second Minions
I didn't
movie.
see the second Minions
Yeah,
either.
me
You
either.
can leave this in too. I didn't see that. But the third one I'm gonna see.
100 times in theaters.
It's really good.
And if you're a Patreon member and you subscribe at the highest tier, we'll go see Minions with you in the movie theaters.
Well, you got to come to us.
But you gotta
I would
come to
do
us.
that.
Yeah.
I would go with a fan. That'd be fun. Also, I'll give you a poster and I'll sign it.
Yeah,
I
that's
haven't
fun.
seen a poster for Minions 3. I can't wait to see. I love seeing all that stuff. Oh, now I'm excited about Minions 3. Should be quiet for a sec. Thinking about it. Okay, I'm done. Go ahead.
George Lucas Talk Show, a show that I work on with Connor Ratliff and Griffin Newman. I'm sure there are new dates or something up at this point. We're recording a little in advance, so I'm not sure. But go check out old episodes on YouTube, georgelucastalkshow.com. You can buy the documentary about the show that's on Blu-ray right now called I'm George Lucas Connor Ratliff Story. 57 audio commentaries, over 100 hours of bonus features. It's a 2-disc set, and we're super excited to have it out into the world finally.
Do you think you'll make a sequel?
God, I hope not.
Why?
I'll be an old man.
I'm still George
This
Lucas.
movie took like 7 years to do.
I know, but people always like follow-ups.
Yeah. It's not up to me.
Who's it up to? The filmmakers.
Yeah, I guess so.
Probably Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go follow me on Instagram, @Cotner. That's about it.
I have to say, Patrick, I do already follow you on Instagram.
Thank you.
Yeah. You've put up some great pictures.
Thank you.
And some real zilches.
I love the zilches. All right. Bye, Brian.
Oh, bye.
Thanks for listening to Hey That's Me, a commentary podcast. This has been a That Was Just So Funny production. Your hosts have been Brian Lynch and Patrick Hotner. Music was by Alex Peabody, and our art was by Abigail Noy. You can find out more about the show by going to heythat'smepod.com and checking out our Patreon at patreon.com/commentary. If you've enjoyed the show, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Please tell your friends about this show.
No.